afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Yankee Stadium. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation is honored to partner with the New York Yankees and baseball fans across the country to pay tribute to President Reagan and his centennial celebration. Ronald Reagan loved all sports, in particular baseball. He began his career as a baseball announcer in Iowa and threw out the first pitch at 3 Major League Baseball games. In commemoration of the Reagan Centennial, we are proud to honor President Reagan. Please direct your attention now to the video board in center field for a special tribute to President Ronald Reagan.
Harry Carey and Steve Saul back at Wrigley Field. The President of the United States, Ronald Reagan.
This season, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of our nation's 40th president and legendary fan of baseball, Ronald Reagan. Athletics were a big part of Ronald Dutch Reagan's life, and even though he grew up during the Great Depression and had to wash dishes to pay his way through college, he lettered in football and was captain of the swim team. Reagan's love of sports led him to his first job.
At 22, I'd achieved my dream. I was a sports announcer.
Reagan eventually left the Midwest for Hollywood, and in his pursuit of the American dream became a film and TV star, a spokesperson, and a speechmaker.
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny.
Ronald Reagan always said that America's best days lie ahead. Personally, his confidence in the future was complete the day he met Nancy Davis.
If ever God gave me evidence that he had a plan for me, it was the night he brought Nancy into my life.
President Reagan was called the Great Communicator. He believed in the promise and purpose of America, and he made the nation believe.
Future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. The Challenger crew was pulling us into the future, and we'll continue to follow them. These are the boys of Puente Hope. These are the men who took the cliffs. Letter came from Peter Sweeney. He's in the 2nd grade, and he said, I hope you get well quick, or you might have to make a speech in your pajamas.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Baseball salutes this great American who played the game with honor and courage and played to win, not just for America, but for free people everywhere. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as we welcome some special guests. Peggy Noonan, a former official of President Reagan's administration and the writer of some of President Ronald Reagan's most memorable speeches. Michael Castine, Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation trustee and senior executive at Korn Ferry International. Stuart McLaurin, executive director of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation Centennial Celebration. Colin Mansfield, cadet at the United States Military Academy and member of the Centennial National Youth Leadership Committee. Peter Castine, student at Miami University and member of the Centennial National Youth Leadership Committee. And Ellie Castine, graduate student at Loyola University in Baltimore and member of the Centennial National Youth Leadership Committee. And here to show his support on behalf of the New York Yankees is manager number 28, Joe Girardi. The Centennial Celebration would also like to present Joe Girardi with a custom and personalized Centennial bat. And thank you to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation for paying tribute to President Ronald Reagan on what would have been his 100th year.